Stetson has been a big name in the Western wear world since John B. Stetson himself started making cowboy hats all the way back in 1865. But after 160 years, do their cowboy boots live up to the Stetson name? Chisos, on the other hand, is the new kid on the block, and they started making cowboy boots in 2019 with the promise of damn comfortable cowboy boots. And after cutting a few of them in half, they're arguably the highest quality, most comfortable boots that money can buy. So we're gonna cut both these boots in half, run through our test, figure out, did Stetson go the way of most of these time-honored brands where they just sell really high-priced junk to people that trust the brand name? Can you trust a 6-year-old brand to make better boots than a 160-year-old brand? And both these boots have zippers, so coming from somebody that absolutely hates zippers on boots, why would you ever want a zipper on a cowboy boot? What are the pros? What are the cons? Are these real cowboy boots even though they have a zipper? And most importantly, which boot is better? And moving on to the next round of the cowboy boot series. So now let's go over the contenders. So first, the brand is Chisos. The style is the number 7 in whiskey leather. They weigh 2 pounds. They retail for $595. They're made in Mexico, and the way they position this product is damn comfortable cowboy boots, and they attempted to make the toughest zipper boot ever. Going up against the brand is Stetson. The style is the Rancher Zip Roper. They weigh 1 pound, 10 ounces. They retail for less than half the price of the Chisos at $265. They're also made in Mexico, and the way they position this product is designed for stability and comfort, while wrangling calves. Rugged Roper style boots have more support around the ankle than traditional Western boots, along with a shorter heel. The Rancher Zip boot is a Roper with a convenient side zipper. This is all of our boot accessories that we've slowly developed over the last 4 years as we've done more and more boot reviews and realize how many things are missing in the market. So be sure to check out all these below. They make great gifts, self-gifts, and it's a huge way that you can help support the channel, so check them out below. And since it's the cowboy boot series, we're gonna look at the 3 most important things: durability, comfort, and casual to cowboy. So let's start looking at the durability first through the leather. Let's start with the Chisos. This is the new whiskey leather that Chisos has. It's 1.5 millimeters thick, and this is my favorite Chisos leather that they have because it's got a good amount of pull-up. It's heavily conditioned. You know, it's not like that cheap foamy kind of feeling leather, especially what you see in cowboy boots. You look at the cross-section, plenty of grain left in it. And so because of that, this leather is gonna age like fine wine because there's no top coat of plastics. We burned it to double check. And we did the rattlesnake test, and it took 100 pounds to puncture through, which is in the top third of all our results. So pretty impressive for Chisos. But what is going on with this leather? Just look at it. It just looks really odd because it has all these really heavy crinkling and creases. I like the look of it, but how good is the actual leather and why does it do this? Well, this is probably the most waxed leather I've ever seen in my entire life. And the reason it crackles and kind of has that splitting look to it is literally like a candle. It's so candle-like that I took a little strip of it and tried to light it on fire because leather's self-extinguishing. But when you make it packed all the way through with wax, it literally burns like a candle. And so that does a couple really interesting things. One, it gives you that unique effect of how this is aging. The other thing is it's almost a waterproof leather naturally. If you look at the cross-section, that wax is pushed all the way through the cross-section, or at least as much as they could. The puncture test only took 28 pounds to puncture through. Some of that's probably because that heavy wax lubricated the puncture to make it go through easier, but it's also really, really thin. It's some of the thinnest leather we've ever seen in a cowboy boot. It's only 1 millimeter thick. And looking at the cross-section and the underside, I don't even think it's cow leather. To me, it seems a lot more like calf skin. It doesn't make a ton of sense for doing this treatment over top of calf skin, because usually they do calf skin, so it's really light and flexible, has a really nice texture on top. So really cool leather. I just wish it was done on a better leather base so that you actually got some of the functionality and it had a high quality crinkling look to it instead of like this cheap loose grain kind of look to it. So which leather is better? Clearly Chisos. Which one's more durable? Clearly Chisos. The next most important thing is that internal counter, because it's a cowboy boot, you're always gonna get heel slip because there's nothing to cinch down all over your instep. The Chisos have your textbook veg tan heel counter. The highest quality cowboy boots in the world almost always have that kind of heel counter because it needs to be one of the most durable materials in the boot because of that heel slip, because if you wear through a thinner material, it's a lot more expensive to fix a heel counter than it is even an outsole. So I'm assuming it's the Chisos' regular 5 millimeter thick veg tan, which is the same leather used in saddles for the exact same reasons. How's that compared to the Stetson? Well, it looks like leather, but I honestly can't tell because it's so thin and it kind of has a weird stretch to it. And it looks like it's about 1 millimeter thick. So a fifth of the thickness of the Chisos, and also a completely different type of leather. It's not as hard, it's not as hardy, and so it's only a fraction as durable, but keep in mind the Stetson is less than half the price of the Chisos. but you'll definitely wear through the Stetson heel counter 10 times, 20 times faster than the Chisos. Because I don't even know if you ever would wear through that thick veg tan. It's 5 millimeters of thick veg tan. So which is more durable? Clearly the Chisos, but the most important thing when it comes to durability is the construction, how it's made, because so many cowboy boots are so cheaply constructed. Even some of these time-honored brands fill them full of junk, put fake welts on them. They look like they're really old school, traditionally made, but it's just glued together and fake veneers over top. So how are these boots made? Well, they both actually 270-degree Goodyear welt with a nailed heel, with leather heel stacks, with lemon wood pegs and brass nails. The welts are solid leather. So which is more durable? Well, right now, for just that, it's pretty well a tie, because they're so similar that I wouldn't give one the edge over the other. And like I mentioned, the biggest difference in durability of the construction is really revealed when we get it cut in half. But what about comfort? Because cowboy boots can be some of the least comfortable boots of all time, or they can be your most comfortable boots. So first, let's look at the lining, because this one's weird once again, but let's look at the Chisos. Classic Chisos lining. It's 1.5 millimeters thick. It's a nice grain leather. It does seem to have a tendency to rub off on your white socks, so keep that in mind. But it's about as good of a cowboy boot lining as we see. And that shaft seam is really well sealed in and tucked away so you don't get that high pressure point. The Stetsons, on the other hand, this is probably the absolute worst lining we've ever seen that's still leather in a cowboy boot. First of all, I looked at this and I initially was like, oh, cool, it's pigskin. I can see how the pores are separated. It kind of has that same like crosshatch texture to it. But then I got a little bit deeper into it and I was like, oh, it feels like, is it even real leather? It's so loose, and like, should I just do it on camera? Because I just felt like I could reach in there and like rip it apart. So, is it real leather? That was not that hard to rip. You shouldn't be able to just stick your finger in there and rip out the lining like that. You know, that was not tough at all. So what's wrong with this leather? Well, it's the thinnest lining leather that I think I've ever seen in any boot, but especially cowboy boots, because it's only 0.5 millimeters thick. The thinnest linings you see is down to 1 millimeter, sometimes 0.8 millimeters. And the problem with this is if you do accidentally rip this, or you wear through it, or anything happens to it, the lining is really, really tough to repair compared to anything else, because you basically have to rebuild the entire boot. So obvious as the Chisos, but tie on the seam, because they both have that really nice tucked in seam. And as for toe profile, about the same as well. But one thing both of these boots do really, really well in terms of comfort is they come with a removable, soft, squishy insole. And once again, these are shockingly similar. Like they both have like dual density with that more gel stuff that the heel and the ball of your foot. They both have like similar density, similar hardnesses. The Chisos is dual density, so you got a softer foam on top and that more high rebound foam underneath. So I guess it's triple density, whereas this is just a single density. But also look how pointy these things are. Out of the two of them, the Chisos is just a little bit wider, but barely. So you could give it a tie, but I think you still just give a little bit of the edge to the Chisos. And finally, before we cut them, let's do traditional to modern, casual to cowboy. And one of the biggest differences in these boots is what's underneath that insole, which brings us to the casual to cowboy. Chisos, once again, traditional, super thick, heavy veg tan leather, like 5 to 6 millimeters. Heavy duty, traditional way of doing it. Then Stetson, after 160 years, they give you a cheap foam underneath that. Like there's like tape on top of the foam too, and it's like falling apart. The stitches are all over the place. Let me pull out some of this tape just so you can see exactly what I mean. It's just masking tape. There's masking tape in this boot. And you can see that masking tape actually covers up a flaw that was in the boot, because the masking tape is covering up where they've sanded through into the layer underneath, which is not leather. It's just, it literally looks like a lasting board from a sneaker. This is a cheaper boot, but it's like a cheap sneaker insole for over $200. And once again, we've seen the Tagovas have a leather insole. We've seen the Thursdays have a really high quality version of basically this. So there is no excuse for this, Stetson, especially after your name in 160 years. That is embarrassing, because that's about as far away from real cowboy boot as possible. Really, the most non-cowboy boot aspect of both these boots is the fact that they both have zippers. And I hate zippers on most boots, because to me it just makes the boots look cheap. But what about a zipper on a cowboy boot? Well, that's exactly how I feel about the Stetson, because with the Stetson, you can literally still just pull it on without the zipper. And so you've got a choice of either zipping down the boot, sliding it on, and then zipping it up, or just the easy way of doing it, the reason that they invented cowboy boots, you just slip it on. So it's like, I have no idea why they put a zipper on this boot, because it makes it harder to put on in reality. Maybe if you have a giant instep, it makes it easier, but it's the exact same size, it's the exact same instep measurement, at least within a ballpark of every regular cowboy boot. Then what about the Chisos? Well, you might notice a very distinct difference between these two boots, especially up at the collar or the entry. See how much more narrow the Chisos is? That is at least 2.5, 3 inches. So overall circumference, it's 5 or 6 millimeters more narrow. But what does this narrower top actually do for you? Well, it solves a few really common issues with cowboy boots. Number one, it allows you to wear these boots with non-big cowboy cut boots, because the worst thing you can do when wearing a pair of cowboy boots is absolutely choke out your boots, so much so that you can see the full outline of your boot through your jeans. There's nothing that is a more obvious tell that it's your first pair of cowboy boots than choking the shit out of your boots with your jeans. So with this zipper, it allows you to still get in like a cowboy boot, because you unzip it, opens up that instep bigger and the opening bigger, slide your foot in there, zip it up, and that upper is a lot smaller, so you can wear a lot more form-fitting pants, or if you need to dress up for a wedding. But it also solves the problem if you got lady legs like me, because the zipper runs all the way down to the bottom. You can actually make this instep a little bit tighter, because every cowboy boot, when you first get them, the first couple weeks you get them, they're slopping around, you're like, I think I got the wrong size, and then eventually the upper kind of compresses and folds around your ankle, making them fit better. And that's just how it is with cowboy boots, because they're so big and so open, it just takes time for them to fit better. But when you have a zipper, it allows you to cinch it down a lot tighter, because you don't have to have that big entry for when you put it on. So it allows this instep area to be a lot more contoured to your foot. So this zipper on the Chisos has real purpose and real intention, and it actually affects how you can wear the boots, where this does nothing. And I have no idea why they did it. To me, it just kind of seems like a designer that didn't really know anything about boots was like, oh, everyone else was doing zipper boots. Everyone else was like, we got to make a zipper boot. And they didn't even go as far as to figure out why they put zippers on boots. They literally just took a boot, threw a zipper on, was like, that'll sell. And then they completely hollowed out the whole inside. So let's see what else is on the inside of the Stetson. Maybe there's some redeeming qualities, because it is half the price. Let's cut both these in half and really figure out who moves on to the next round of the Cowboy Boot series. It's our scratch and knit sale, 30% off. So I wanted to show you what a scratch and knit wallet looks like. So nothing actually wrong with this wallet except for the mismatching color slightly. It's just small cosmetic flaws, and if anything, that makes them more unique and more original. And plus, within the first week, they're gonna be more beat up than any scratch and knit product we sell anyway. So check it out below, 30% off while supplies last. Scratch and knit sale. All right, we got them both cut in half, and this is like $800 plus worth of cowboy boots to cut in half to show you what you're actually spending your hard-earned money on. So if you want to support us, give us a like, give us a subscribe, check out our handmade leather goods that gave me the expertise to be able to judge these boots at this level, and our collaborations that continue to educate me and help fund $800 videos. So thank you guys for your support. Now, let's see what's inside. I don't know what the is going on inside this Stetson. It's just that cheap foam that they had the masking tape over, and then that sneaker-like lasting material. It's got compressed cardboard. It has like this really weird composite shank. It is a real Goodyear welt, but it's not nearly as nice as the Chisos, because this is a true Goodyear welt where it's actually tied into the insole. So it's still technically a Goodyear welt, but not nearly at the same level. And then I was right, it is just that pigskin at the counter. And then backing it, even worse, instead of the thick veg tan heel counter behind the veg tan counter cover in the Chisos, you just have a really cheap, like plasticky, fragile counter material. Same thing at the toe. Instead of the veg tan you get in the Chisos, you just have cheap plastic. And instead of all these cheap materials running through the sole construction in the Chisos, you got that leather insole, you got the steel shank, you got the leather like wedge arch support, you've got another wedge kind of filling in that gap of the Goodyear welt, you got the cork filling, you've got the leather rand, you've got that leather counter I was talking about, full leather heel stack. Like, is there any plastic in this, or like paper type materials in here at all? I don't think there is. I think it's about as full leather construction as any cowboy boot that we've ever cut. And watching Chisos go from having a lot more synthetic materials and slowly improving these to be like literally 100% leather all the way through is wild. And you can see there is some flaws in these. Like you can see they sanded through the heel a little bit here. They sanded a little bit funny through the sole construction. But for the most part, this is about as perfect of a boot construction as there is for cowboy boots. So which of these boots is more durable? Clearly the Chisos. Which is more comfortable? The Chisos. Which is more traditional? The Chisos. So can a brand that's 6 years old make a better cowboy boot than a brand that's known for being in the Western industry for 160 years? Yes, 100%. And unfortunately, we see this more often than not, these time-honored brands that have built up decades and decades and like centuries of brand recognition and trust in their consumers, and then they always end up selling out, making inferior products, and then selling them at a pretty decently high price to people that don't know any better. Because I'm a Stetson fan. I have like 3 Stetson hats. I've had one, my like Stetson hiking hat I've had like for 10 years. I love Stetson as a brand. And so when you're a fan of a brand and you see like, hey, are you trying to take advantage of me? Like, is this what that is? Like, this is not what I thought Stetson was. I thought Stetson was like known for making really high quality cowboy hats. There's like songs written about Stetsons, and you're selling me this and calling it a Stetson. You know, you can see how people get a little upset when they feel like their brands have sold out and no longer make the products that represent the brand. And that's exactly how I feel about the Stetsons. You might be thinking like, oh, yeah, okay, it's not that fair of a comparison. It's more than twice the price with the Chisos. But you compare these to the other price boots, even this series with the Tacovas and some of these other ones, and they're significantly better for around the same price, if not cheaper. So there's literally no excuse that Stetson can really make to say that they have to make it this cheap. Oh, you can't say you compare it to Chisos. But more than anything, the value of this video is to show you the jump in quality from your mid-tier, like $250, $300 boots, to your top-tier $500 to $600 boots. And to really expose Stetson for making not even a $250 to $300 boot. This is more like a $150 boot. Maybe $200, I don't know. It's not great at the end of the day. And on top of that, they threw a zipper on a boot that doesn't need a zipper and made it more complicated and more useless, less durable. And they didn't even go as far as to do the research and figure out why some boots have zippers on them. They just threw a zipper on one of the regular boots and called it good. If that isn't the biggest indicator of a brand out of touch with its consumers and what the consumers actually want, I don't know what is. So moving on to the next round, Chisos clearly. And I think this is the last video of the first round. So the next video is gonna be the big finale where we pit all the winners against each other, rank them up, figure out who makes the best value boot, who makes the absolute best boot, the most durable, all the different categories, because we've cut apart probably 20 cowboy boots at this point. So that video is gonna be really cool. So be on the lookout for that. And thank you guys for supporting the cowboy boot series. And let me know if there's any other boots out there that need to be added to the series before we figure out who reigns supreme in the cowboy boot market. So thank you guys, see ya.